Okay, we're going to go over the division using partial quotients method. So, everybody on your paper, I want you to write down this math problem, and I'm making this up. I have no idea what it's going to turn out to be. I'm literally just making stuff up at this point, children. So, let's do 4,628 divided by 8. Okay? Get that one copied down, and this needs to be reversed so that you can actually see what I'm doing, and I'm not sure how to do that on here. Because that's backwards. Yeah, I don't know how to fix it, so you're just going to have to watch it in reverse, children. Okay. So, step 1, make a guess and divide. How many times do you think that 8 could go into this big number? Let's just make a guess. Brantley? 100, okay? So we're going to say 8 times 100. What's that going to be? 800. Okay, so are we close to this number? No, we're way far off. So what does that tell us about the 100 that we guessed? Yep, we're going to have to go way higher, right? But it's good that we guessed that because we're going to keep on guessing until we get close. John Luke? Okay, 500. 8 times 500. 8 times 5 is 40. Good job. And then your 2. And John Luke, you used a strategy to get there. You didn't just guess 500 out of nowhere. What strategy did you use to get that number? Or did you just guess? You just guessed? Grant, was there a strategy that he could have used to get there quicker? What? Okay. What if he had said that this was 4,000? Would that would have helped? If I had said 8 into 4,000, you would have guessed 500, right? Because you know 8 times 500 would give you about 4,000. So this one is a good first guess, and that's what we're going to go with. Now this is our divisor, so we don't write this number. This is the number that we were trying to get to, that number, so we don't write that number. This is the number we're worried about, and where are we going to place that? Up top. Good job. So that is step 1, and step 2 complete. All right, step 3. Skylar, what are we going to do for step 3? The partial quotient by what? Yes. So we're going to multiply this partial quotient by our divisor, which we already did. We already know the answer. 500 times 8 is 4,000. We write that right underneath our original number. Okay, Malia, what is step 4? Oh, not on that one. On the one that's turned. Brantley, can you turn it just a little bit? Can you angle it so she can see it better? I think it got moved around a little bit. There you go. That's the one we're using. Ah, yes, subtract. Okay. So we find out when we subtract, this is how much we have left to split into 8 groups. Okay? Now what do we have to do, Zayden? We're going to have to repeat. Good job. Make a guess and divide. Yep. We're dividing 8 into 628 this time. So we're seeing how many groups of 8 will fit into 628. So we're just going to make some guesses. Connor, what would you like to guess? What'd you say? 50, okay? 8 times 50. All right? What is 8 times 5? Thank you. And then how many zeros? 1. Is that pretty close? Yes. Yeah, let's go with it. All right, so this is the one we want. And then What are we putting up top? That's right. The 50 is going to go up top. There, yep. We're going to do step 3, multiply the quotient, partial quotient by the divisor, 400. Then we subtract. Good job. What's that going to be, Dalton? You're close. 6 minus 4 is what? There you go. 228. Hey, our numbers are getting smaller. We're going to start all over again. Levi, what do we want to do? We're going to see how many 8s will fit into 228. So what's step 1? Okay, so we're doing 8 times something will give us about 228. What do we want to guess? 40, okay. 8 times 40. What's 8 times 4? Okay. And then how many zeros? Okay, so what do we know about 40, Levi? We went too high, didn't we? So what do you want to try next? 30, okay, let's try it. 8 times 30. What's 8 times 3? Good job. Okay, so Levi, still a little bit too high, right? Try one more, Levi. What do we want to try? Okay, 8 times 20 this time. And Levi and only Levi, what's that going to be? 16, okay, and then 0, okay. Can we use that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, let's use it. Okay. Make the 20 go on top. Yep. All right. Aubrey, what are we going to do next? What's our next step? Yes, 20 times 8. We already said that was 160. We're going to put that down here on bottom. Then what am I going to do, Aubrey? Yes, ma'am. I'm going to try to do that one in my head. That's 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're down to 68. That is a number, or that is within the range of numbers that we know automatically. We want to look at our 8s and see how close to 68 we can get without going over. And what's that going to be, Trevor? Yeah, but you're right. 8 times 8 is 64. So we're going to put our 8 up here. 8 times 8 is 64. Oh, I need this thing to get out of my way. What's our leftover? Okay, can we do this anymore? Why not? Yeah, it has to be more than 8 for us to be able to go again. So this is our what? Okay, our remainder is going to be 4. And what's my final step to figure out what my answer is, what my quotient is? With all of these partial quotients up here, what am I going to do to them? I'm going to add them. That's right. So I've got 578. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. So my answer is 578 with a remainder of 4. Now, before we go on to a different one, we're going to check this. So on your paper, I want you to write the inverse of that problem to check it. Do you know what the inverse would be? What's the opposite of division? Multiplication. So I'm going to multiply this times this. I'm going to do 8 times 578. And for right now, I'm just going to ignore the remainder. So on your paper, I want everybody to solve that. 578 times 8. I'm going to give you like 3 minutes to get that solved. Everybody in here has to do it. I see some of you not doing it. Did you get it already, Bryson? Did you get it? Everybody in here has to do this. Guys, if I walk around and see that you're not trying this, I'm going to have to take some recess or something. I don't want to get mean with you this morning. Okay, a lot of us have the answer already. You should just about have the answer. Got it? Maybe we're gonna have to try, okay? You can't just sit there and not try. Guys, we've been doing this for a long time. More than 2 months doing this method right here. You all know how to do this. You're multiplying this by this, putting it in this box. This by this, and putting it in this box. What's 8 times 7? 56, because 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8 is? What am I going to do with my partial products? I'm going to add them. That's going to give me 4,624. Okay. Well, that isn't exactly this, isn't it? But there's a remainder of 4. So if I add my remainder, so for those of you that were saying, I think I'm done with my assignment, but I'm afraid to submit it because I don't know if I have the right answers, you can check them before you submit by doing the inverse. Okay?